For the first round of the 4A state playoffs, regional playoffs, the Stilwell Indians and the McLain Scots. Leading off for the Indians will be the shortstop, Josh Soap. Batting second, the center fielder, B.J. Miller. Chris Gonzales bats third. The cleanup hitter and designated hitter is Aaron Wilson. Batting fifth is Jay Kester. Batting sixth, James Cavin. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Chris Steele. Batting eighth, and on the mound, Johnny Davis. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Randy Bogart. Now here with the play-by-play for the Indians is my partner, Keith Neal.
Thank you, Greg. Josh Stoke steps in. Stoke batting .434. Oh, and he's hitting the back by that one. It looked like that'll raise a big whelp. It was a pretty fast pitch, it looked like. Soap trots down to first. Soap was batting .434, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, and that'll be the second time this year he's been hit by a pitch. Up next for the Indians will be B.J. Miller. Miller's batting .391, 4 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 17 runs batted in. On the mound for McLain is West. It's Chad West. He has the only victory that McLain has this year. Ball one. Defensive lineup for McLain. Chad West is on the mound. Rico Reed is the catcher. Shannon Looper is the first baseman. Another quick throw to first.
As you can hear today, Keith, a big crowd here at Pryor. They have an organist. A lot of people showed up to this first round regional game, although Pryor, the home team, isn't involved in this early game.
Soap has an easy steal at second. The catcher doesn't even bother to throw it down to second. Stolen base. Number 21 on the year for Soap. 2-0 to count to B.J. Miller. 3-0. So far, the pitcher has not got a pitch anywhere near the strike zone. And the umpire called that one a strike. It's 3-1. Miller steps back in. On ball four, almost hits Miller. It'll be 2 on and nobody out for the catcher, Chris Gonzales. Gonzales batting .333, 24 runs batted in, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. Gonzales steps in. And it's a chopper down to third base, and the third baseman boots it. He had an easy force out at third. All he had to do was step on the bag, but he couldn't do that, and so everybody's safe. It'll be an E5. The bases will be loaded. Nobody out here for Stilwell in the top of the first inning. Aaron Wilson will be the batter, designated hitter. The pinch runner for Gonzales will be Brian Meridith.
This McLain pitcher, Adam West, has really worked himself into a jam here in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Aaron Wilson is the Indian Batman.
Ball one outside to Aaron Wilson, the junior DH today. He's batting .480. Leads the club with 38 runs batted in, 10 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs. Leads in that category. 19 walks. Been hit by pitches 7 times. Two and 0 the count. West having a terrible time trying to throw strikes so far. And he gets one in there, 2-1. Sacks are jammed. Count evens up. And it's ball 4. Forces a run in. Stilwell takes a 1-0 lead here on a bases loaded walk to Aaron Wilson. Bases are still loaded, nobody out. Miller will be on third. The pinch runner Gonzales on second. And Wilson will be running at first. Jay Kester is the batter for the Indians.
And while there is a conference on the mound, I'll do my job. As the color man, the Indians are wearing red pants with white tops. McLain with gray jerseys and maroon sleeves. The grass is green. The umpire, his pad and his hat are black. Oh, and we're back ready to play. Here's Keith.
Jay Kester takes a ball high. 1-0 the count. Kester batting an even 500. 28 runs batted in. 7 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs. Fouls it off to the right. 1-1 the count. Crowd was excited about that. Somebody in the stands caught a foul ball. Swing and a miss. That's the first time today that somebody's missed one of his pitches. He's actually in the hole. 1-2 the count. Two and two. Rico was thinking about throwing it down third, but changed his mind. 2-2 pitch to Kester from West. Line shot. Oh, it hits the third baseman right in the stomach, and he catches it and throws down to second for a double play. And I believe the coaches are going to come out and check on the McLain third baseman. He had the breath knocked out of him. The Kester hit a line shot right to the third baseman. He right in the stomach, and apparently it stuck. Anyway, he caught it. He didn't catch it with the glove. He caught it with his stomach. Then he throws down to second to double off Meridith. Bad base running on Meridith's part. So the Indians have runners at first and third and 2 away now after the line drive out by Jay Kester. So bring up James Cavin, the right fielder today for the Indians. Cavin batting .364, 6 doubles, 3 home runs, 21 runs batted in. He takes the strike. 0-1 the count to Cavin. One and one. Wilson strode down to second base. It was an easy steal. Reed did not even bother to attempt to try to throw. And Cavin pops it up. Shortstop goes back, and he makes the catch. So the Indians only score 1 run, despite having the bases loaded and nobody out. At the end of a half inning of play, it'll be Stilwell 1 and the McLain Scots coming to bat.
Pat Tilley leading off for the McLain Scots. He fouled one off. 0-1 the count. Davis on the mound for the Indians. Another foul ball. First base side, way out of play.
Johnny Davis has a record of 3-1 with a 4.66 ERA for the Indians.
Swing a ground ball. Diving stop by the second baseman. But he's safe. An infield single for Tilley. We'll bring up the center fielder, Tawan David. David hitting .323 with 17 RBIs, and he leads the McLain Scots in stolen bases with 32. Davis steps off, looks over at the runner, stares him back to first base. Davis pitching to David here. And the crowd appreciates that. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Bottom of the first inning, Indians leading 1-0. Offers at a bunt. Two strikes now on David.
David looked like he never had even tried to bunt before on that attempt.
Huh? Strike called. I guess there was just one strike on David. Two strikes now. Strike called, and the crowd was booing. They thought there was two strikes on the batter too. Down low for a ball. Runner on at first, bottom of the first inning. Indians leading Tulsa McLain 1-0. Works the count full, 3-2. Rico Petrucelli waiting on deck. Payoff pitch. Swinging a foul back. Runner was going. Has to go back to first now. Crowd doing the wave. Any idea what the dimensions are here in Briggs Stadium, Keith?
That's 340 to dead center, 305 down the line.
Throw over to first. He's got the runner picked off. And nails him at first base. Crowd likes that. Gives a hoot of approval. Davis tags him out. So one away here. David still at the plate with a count of 3-2. With a count of 3-2. Well, we have to give all these McLain batters a break. 3-2 now the count. He punched him out. Called strike 3.
We're having trouble keeping up with the count here because the umpire does not use the fist for a full count as most umpires do. He just holds up numerous fingers.
Here's the catcher, Rico Carty. Rico Carty.
Batting .400 for the Scots, leads the team in batting and RBI.
Been hit by pitches 20 times this year. Young man has a really bad headache. And fouls this one back. Umpire chases after it. Crowd now beginning to sing, "Take me out to the ball game." It's a carnival atmosphere here at Pryor in the regional playoffs. Swing on a line drive up the middle, base hit. Rico Carty is on. And Davy Lopes is the batter.
It's Looper.
And Davy Looper, the batter then. Petrucelli on at first. Takes a small lead. Crowd continues to sing here at Park Jerry in Pryor, Oklahoma. Two away, bottom of the first inning. Indians leading 1-0. Swinging a foul.
Well, for some reason, the runner didn't have to go back on the foul ball. I don't understand that one. Apparently, the umpire said he didn't foul it. Although it just went straight down for some reason.
I mean, a foul off this time.
So Rico gets the stolen base out of it.
Umpire calls time. Crowd whooping it up. Thinking McLain might score a run for the first time in 6 ball games. Big left-handed batter digs in. Runner points to third, says that's where I want to go. Swing and a miss.
Well, he said it was a foul ball this time. He's making up for that one a while ago.
Boy, listen, the crowd doesn't like that. Crowd voicing their disapproval. Runner dancing off a second. Here's the pitch. Ball. Full count now, we believe. Runner now clapping at second base, trying to keep his hands warm on this cold day here. Now it's 3-2. Now they need to get the scoreboard fixed here in Pryor. This is a joke.
Well, now I'm not sure what the count is.
Still 3-2. Swing a ground ball back to the pitcher. We're sure of that. Davis throws him out, and down they go. No runs on 2 hits. No errors. 1 man left. We played 1 complete. Stilwell leads the Scots 1-0.
Chris Steele leading off here for the Indians in the 2nd inning. Little looper to left field. The left fielder is running back. Oh, he misjudged it, and it lands near the fence. And Steele will cruise into second with a double. The left fielder threw the ball, tried to throw it all the way into home plate on the play. Steele almost hit his first home run of the year. He's batting .478, 21 runs batted in, 5 doubles, and a triple. Up now for the Indians is the pitcher, Johnny Davis. Davis batting .315. He has 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. So a pop up on the infield, and the shortstop calls it for the out. 1 away. Randy Bogart will be the next batter. Bogart batting .361, 23 runs batted in, 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. Line shot to center field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. A single for Bogart. There'll be runners at first and third for the Indians. 1 away. Josh Soap is the batter. He was hit by a pitch back in the first. West throws over to first base. Try to hold the runner Bogart, who has 13 stolen bases. Ball 1 inside to Soap. And once again, the Indians have an easy steal as Bogart cruises down to second. 2-0 the count. I don't believe the catcher Reed has even attempted to throw to second base so far when the Indians have stowed. 2-0 the count to Bogart. Check that to Soap. 2-1 as he fouls it off the third base side. Coach Tim Barton having to skip out of the way. Pryor, for some reason, does not have coach's boxes, either at first or at third base. It's the only baseball field I've ever seen that didn't have. Three and one the count to Soap. Single would probably score 2 runs. 1-0 Stilwell here in the top of the second. Full count now to Soap. Pitch a decision to Soap here from Griffith Park in Pryor, Oklahoma. He hits it to left field. The left fielder is running back, and he misjudges it. It falls in. It'll be a double, and 2 runs will score, and the Indians will lead 2-0. Soap runs all the way to third on the throw at home. 2-run double for Soap, and it is 3-0 in favor of the Indians. That brings up B.J. Miller. He walked back in the first inning. Ball outside, 1-0 the count to Miller, the senior center fielder. It'll be a base hit to right field. Rolled it right in between the first and second baseman. It'll be an RBI single from Miller, and the Indians now lead it 4-0 here in the top of the second inning. They bring up Chris Gonzales. He reached on the air back in the first. He was the third batter in the first. Miller on at first. And Gonzales is hit by a pitch. Hit squarely in the back. That's the 8th time this year he's been hit by a pitch. He now leads the club in hit batsmen.
Well, this pitcher West has hit 2 batsmen today, and he's walked quite a few, too. At least for today, Keith, he's the Wild West.
Brings up the designated hitter, Aaron Wilson. He's the DH for Derrick Ritchie, playing in left field today. Wilson takes the strike. Wilson walked back in the 4th inning. Brian Meridith is once again the pinch runner for Chris Gonzales at first base. 1-1 the count to Wilson. Chopper fouled on the third base line, 1-2. Coach Tim Barton telling Wilson that he can get a better swing than that. Batters are beginning to get a little impatient here. Wilson in the hole, 1-2. And he's hit by a pitch, but the umpire says that he did not attempt to get out of the way, but I don't know how he could have got out of the way. Coach Tim Barton arguing the point. Oh, and the fans don't like this call at all. Some jeering. McLain fans are cheering. Anyway, the count is 2-2 now to Wilson. Steps back in. Full count now to Wilson. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Or check that, 1 away. Wilson fouls it out of play. Oh,
A great catch by one of the fans. He leaped up in the air and caught it in his mouth. I've never seen that before.
so Wilson takes ball 4. He winds up getting on base anyway. And the sacks are jammed with 1 out for Jay Kester. He lined into a double play his first time up. Let's see what he does this time. Takes the ball high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count to Kester. It'll be looking for a pitch to take downtown. Downtown Pryor is over the left field fence. Whoa, they called that a strike. Two and 1 the count. Let's see what Kester does on this pitch. Base hit to right field. 1 run will be in. 2 runs will be in. And Coach Tim Barton is going to try to score all 3 runners. The throw finally comes in home, and the runner is safe at home. A 3 RBI single by Jay Kester. The Indians now lead it 7-0. Extremely rare 3 RBI single on the play. Evidently the outfielder just assumed that the runner would stop at third, but he didn't do it. It'll bring up James Cavin for the Indians. Wild pitch, and Kester scampers down to second. Cavin popped to short his first time out. One and 0 the count. 2-0. Fly ball to right field. The right fielder's back, and he makes the catch. Kester tags up and will run to third. It'll be a sacrifice for Cavin. Runner on at third and 2 away. 7-0 Stilwell here in the top of the second inning.
Well, even though the pitcher coaxed an out right there, Jim West is struggling, and McLain has Artemis Gordon warming up in the bullpen.
Line drive to left by Steele. His second hit of the inning. Just over the shortstop's glove. An RBI single by Steele. Indians now lead at 8-0 as Kester scores from third. Johnny Davis will be the batter. He popped to short in this inning. The first out. Rolls it down the third base line, foul. 0-1 the count. Steele on at first base. Steele, despite his size, has 11 stolen bases this year, including a steal of home base. Home plate. A pass ball there allowed Steele to go to second on that play. 1-1 the count.
And the crowd just noticed that Steele was at second. They were sleeping and looked up and he was at second. A delayed cheer there.
Davis fouls it right off the end of the bat. He's in the hole, 1-2. Two and 2. I don't know what the fans were booing about. Apparently they just don't like Johnny. Someone says perhaps the pace of the ball game they don't care for. Full count now to Johnny Davis, the pitcher for the Indians today. And they walk Davis. There'll be runners on first and second. 2 away for Randy Bogart. He singled and scored a run in this second inning. Pinch runner for Davis will be Aaron Freeman. Fans cheering the arrival of Aaron Freeman. Ball 1 high. Freeman was a quarterback on the Indians team this year.
Catcher threw the ball away. Actually, the pitcher's fault. Pitcher bounced it in front of the pitcher and it rolled through the pitcher's legs. So Adam West on the mound didn't know what's going on.
Coach Alfred, his actual name, Al Alfred, had a little speech there for the pitcher. Fans are cheering, think something may happen on this pitch. And it does. A fly ball to left field. The left fielder's under it, and he makes the catch. Oh, he nearly overran it. And they finally get out of the inning, but not before the Indians score 8 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. The end of 1.5. Stilwell leads McLain Scots 8-0.
I think Adam West needs to break out the universal bat antidote. The Indians are killing them today. And this is Adam West leading off. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Burt Ward on deck. 2 strikes. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Crowd once again begins to sing. Happy bunch of spectators here today at Pryor. Umpire says he went around, punches him out. Second strikeout for Davis. Freeman McNeil, the batter. Crowd enjoying this beautiful day here, singing and carrying on. Ground ball to first. Tosses over to Davis, covering for the out. 2 away. And Al Hurt is the batter. Well, this inning almost ended before the crowd got through 2 verses of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Inning moving right along. Keith gets to talk for 30 minutes, and I'm up here for 2 minutes. Swing and a miss. Crowd again doing the wave. About 35,000 here today at Pryor. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here at beautiful Sportsman's Park in Pryor. On the banks of the Wabash. Jumps out of the way of that one. 8-0, Stilwell leading the Scots of McLain. Swinging a line drive, 1 hop to the shortstop. Kester up over and OUT. Soap up over and OUT. They don't tell me anything. Ground ball to Soap up over an OUT. 3 up, 3 down. Now the crowd booing me because I got the misidentified the player. We played 2, 8-0, Stilwell.
Speaking of Soap, he fouls one off here to lead off the third inning, 8-0 Stilwell. Soap, this is his third time at bat here, and it's only the third inning. He's been hit by a pitch, he's doubled, he's got 2 runs batted in, he scored 2 runs, and he takes the ball outside. 1-1 the count. 8-0 Stilwell here, top of the third inning, Class 4A regional first round game from beautiful Crosley Field in Pryor, Oklahoma. Another ball inside. West walks another batter, and Coach Alfred has seen enough. Says it's time to go to the bat cave and get another pitcher. He'll be bringing in the third baseman, Jeremy Chrisman. Chrisman has a record of 0-7 with a 7.78 ERA. A lot of strawberries up here in the press box today. Stilwell coach Tim Barton brought a flat of strawberries for everyone to eat in the Pryor press box. Now we're getting ready to get back into action here. It'll be B.J. Miller, the first batter Chrisman will face. B.J.'s walked, single, scored a run, has a run batted in. I couldn't understand what the announcer said there. Quick throw to first. Soap is back. Fouls it back and out of play. The third baseman drops it. Almost hit him right in the noggin. But he didn't catch it, so Miller stays alive at the plate. That'll be an E5. On the new third baseman, West. West is moved to third base. It'll be a base hit to left field. Soap stops at second. It'll be 2 on and nobody out for the catcher, Chris Gonzales. He's reached on an error and been hit by a pitch and scored a run. And he's hit once again. 2 straight times up the plate. He's been hit by a pitch. That makes 9 on the year, and the sacks are jammed with nobody out. That'll bring up Aaron Wilson. Meridith will be the pinch runner once again. Wilson's walked twice, has an RBI, and scored a run. 8-0 Stilwell here in the top of the third. Ball 1. Reed guns it down to third base. Soap dances back in. An unwise move, as that may have been one of the few times today the third baseman actually caught something. Crowd getting into it now. The organ is playing. Fouls it back and out of play. 1-1 the count. One pitch to Wilson from Chrisman. Now I called strike 1 and 2 the count. That's unbelievable, huh? No way in the world Wilson, he couldn't hit that with a 2x4. He ducked out of the way of that one. 2 and 2 the count. Wilson's already walked twice. He'd like to do something else besides walk. And it's going to be a high fly ball down the left field line. The left fielder drops the ball. It's just a long strike. So he stays alive at the plate. That makes 2 drop foul balls so far this inning. It probably would have been a sacrifice fly anyway. Let's see what Wilson can do about it. Fouls it once again. I believe the count remains 2 and 2. Bases loaded. Another foul back and out of play. 3 straight fouls by Wilson. Crowd cheering for those foul balls. Ball 3 outside. The count is now full. Wilson's already walked twice. Line drive to left field. And it's caught. Oh, he dropped that foul ball a while ago, and he makes a diving catch out there in left field. But it'll be a sacrifice fly for Wilson and an RBI. Soap scores on the play, and it's now 9-0 in favor of the Indians. 1 away. It will bring up Jay Kester. He's lined into a double play, has a 3-run single, and he scored a run. Fouls it off to the right. 0-1 the count. Kester determined he's going to try to do something early in the count this time. The crowd wants some action. Pickoff attempt. Miller scampers back. Fly ball to left field. And he makes the catch. That'll be 2 down. It'll bring up James Cavin, the right fielder today. He's popped up and has a sacrifice fly. Runners on first and second. And 2 away. There goes Miller on the delay steal, and he's called out. Oh, it looked like he was hanging on the third base bag before the throw got in there, but he was out anyway. So at the end of 2.5, it is Stilwell 9 and the Tulsa McLain Scots 0.
Strike 1 on, excuse me, strike 1 on the batter as we're back here at Ebbets Field. 2 strikes now. 9-0. Here in the 3rd inning, although it says 2nd there on the scoreboard. High fly ball in the center field. Cavin makes the catch. 1 away. Miller makes the catch. 1 away. Lyman Henson is the batter. Limey Henson, big British right-handed batter from London, obviously, if he's British. Limey Henson takes a strike. Two strikes. Davis has struck a batter out in each inning. He has 2 strikeouts so far, both called strikes. Well, that was 3 strikes, but these McLain batters get a break. Punched him out now, called strike 4. And Tilley is the batter. Pat Tilley reached on an infield single in the first inning.
Tilley had an infield single back in the first.
Stilwell leading 9-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swinging a high pop-up. Davis under it. Collides with the catcher, but makes the catch. Down they go. 1, 2, 3. We played 3 complete. Stilwell leads McLain. The Steppin' Scots 9-0.
Swing and a miss here. At the top of the 4th by James Cavin. He was at bat when Miller was thrown out at 3rd last inning. It's over 1 for sacrifice. They apparently don't like Cavin. And line shot to left field. Left fielder's back, and it's out of here. Goes over at the 325 mark in left field.
McLain fans don't like that. They have a big scoreboard, a Diamond Vision scoreboard out here in right field, Keith. I don't know if we can get a shot of that. Big Diamond Vision scoreboard out there. I don't know why they spent so much money on this.
And that was Cavin's 4th home run of the year. And it makes the score 10-0 in favor of the Indians. Chris Steele, the batter. He's doubled and singled, has an RBI, and scored a run. Fans must be doing the wave once again. Just barely gets a piece of it. Still in the hole, 0-2. One and two the count. I have not been able to figure out Bogey stands on at second. 2 away, Josh Soap the batter. And they don't like Soap. He's been on base every time. Hit by a pitch, a double, walked. Scored 3 runs, 2 runs batted in. The McLain fans don't like him. Now the Stilwell fans have started cheering. Little roller to third. The third baseman scoops and throws him out. But the Indians score a run on a solo home run by Cavin at the end of 3.5. The Indians lead it 10-0.
Tawan David leads off. He is 0 for 1, caught looking his first time, called strike 3. 0-1 the count on David. Grounds it to short. Up overhand. OUT. 1 away. Reed Richards the batter. Batter's first name is Rico. Rico lives on a houseboat out in Lake Keystone. Gets to his house by driving a boat and docking it on the Port Origo. Indians lead here 10-0. Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Back goes.
Lacie was hoping for a grand slam home run, but that and a miss. Will be Chad Workman. Evidently, they don't like him. They're booing. Chad Workman, the sophomore, is batting 200. Scored 4 runs. And another wild pitch. Well, no, the runner goes back. That was Eubanks. Fine base running by Eubanks there. Casey was asleep at the switch on that one. Another ball to Pete Brown. 2-0 the count. 2 on. 1 out. And he gets to go to first on 3 balls. Ball 4. Eubanks is on third. Yet another batter, Aaron Freeman. Base hit to center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Chad Workman. He'll come around the score. To the pinch hitter, Grooms. It's been 1 the count. The Indians have had several straight pinch hitters in a row. 8 in a row, as a matter of fact. Coach Tim Barton clearing the deck. Quick throw to first. Nothing doing. Grooms steps back in. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Grooms. Right field drops the ball. Chops it foul here. 17-0 Stilwell here in the first round of the Class 4A playoff here at Shibe Park in Pryor. Attempted pickoff. 17 says a fan. Somebody's wanting to know what the score was. 17-0. Takes another ball outside. 21 the count. And he pops it up. Second baseman has it for the out. And Finally get out of the inning. Not before the inning scores 7 runs on 4 hits and 6 errors. 2 men left on base. Going in the bottom of the 5th and last inning, it's Stilwell 17 and McLain 1.
Back here in prior Oklahoma, we go into the top of the 5th inning, or the bottom of the 5th inning. Stilwell 17, McLain nothing. The McLain Scots playing more like the McLain Stevensons this afternoon. Keith will handle the play-by-play for a little while here in this inning while I lead off Greg Stilwell's top 10 ways to make Stilwell Indian baseball more exciting next year. This is our last telecast of the high school season.
Base hit by Chad West.
We will be telecasting games during the summer, but this is the last telecast of the high school season. So here is Greg Stilwell's top 10 ways to make Stilwell Indian baseball more exciting next year. Number 10, schedule teams like the Tulsa Drillers that we can beat easily. Number 9, replace dirt on warning track with quicksand. Number 8, convince umpire that rule book contains obscure do-over rule for home team. Number 7, get Spirit of the Indians horse to run onto field after every hit. It's nice of the umpires to hold up the game while I'm doing this, isn't it? Reason number 6, or way number 6, dig fiery oil-field trenches down both foul lines. Number 5, hire Richard Simmons to lead pregame warm-ups. Number 4, randomly choose one fan every inning, let them pitch. Number 3, create ground rule, making any ball hit out of the infield a home run. Number 2, allow manager Tim Barton to attack umpires with folding chairs like in professional wrestling. Fans like that reason. Baseball more exciting next season. Try to get Adam West to reprise role as Batman, pick up bats as pinch hitter. 2 runners on for McLain. Biggest threat of the game. McLain has a tradition, Keith, that whenever they score a run, the mighty Steppin' Scots band will march down the street next to the stadium. They have a street right behind the stadium here, and if they should happen to score, they will march down the street for the fans.
And they do score a run, sacrifice fly in the center.
Brings up Jeremy Christman, the pitcher. He is 0 for 1, flew to center his first time up. Quick snap throw to first, nothing doing. (17-1), bottom of the 5th inning, Stilwell leading Tulsa McLain here in the first round of the regional playoffs from Pryor, Oklahoma. Umpire calling time or signaling for a touchdown, I'm not sure which. Gandy Scroggins on deck for McLain. Takes the ball outside, does the batter Christman. Swinging a foul. Souvenir for one of the 50,000 here today. (17-1) Stilwell, bottom of the 5th. Really exciting game. Runner on at first. 17-1. Ball 4, he walks the batter, Chrisman. Gandhi Scoggins, the batter. Gandhi violently throws the bat to first base. Two on, one out here, bottom of the fifth. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 the count. Lacie checks and pitches, squares the bunt. Offers that strike, wild throw, but a good play with the second baseman. Corralling that throw from the catcher.
Gandhi looks like he could put on some weight.
Crowd didn't like that joke, Keith. Outside, 1 and 2 the count now. Crowd thought that was a strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs now. And it's up to Pat Tilley. Tilley is 1 for 2. Singled in the first.